Hi, how are you today? This is Auntie Nat's Crochet. Glad you choose this tutorial video. Do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner over here. It will mean a lot to me. I have hundreds of videos, so do check them out. Today I'm going to make a Christmas tree. I'm going to use this cotton yarn as well as this yarn. Now, I came across this yarn. I'm not sure what it is called. What type of yarn is this? It looks like this, which I think is kind of cool to make into a Christmas tree. But if I just use this is too thin to make into a Christmas tree. So I thought like I'm gonna combine with this. So when I crochet, I'm gonna crochet together with this, like this, so that you will see as if the tree has some sort of snow on it, and you can see the green part of the tree. I think this looks lovely. It has some kind of silver color as well. Wish me luck. I hope this works out well. I've never worked with this type of yarn before, so I thought maybe I'll just buy one row and give it a try. That's what crochet addicts do. They buy the yarn first, then they decide what to do with it. Well, as for me, I'm not sure about you, but I'm that type. If I see any yarn that I've not worked with before, I'll get excited and I'll go buy one and think of what I'm gonna do next. And I also have this. Someone gave me this some time ago. I thought I want to add it into the tree. You see, when you press the button, it has all this bling bling. You can even change the type of bling, or you can just leave it like this without bling. And all you have to do is just add a battery here. So what I'm going to do is, while I crochet this, I'm going to incorporate this inside, just like how I crochet flower. You know how we crochet flower and the leaves and you would add wire in between? But these are not wire. These are very fine, soft. Yeah, kind of like a wire, but it's kind of very soft. I think this is easier to work with than the wire. So my Christmas tree, how big is my Christmas tree will totally depend on how long is this. I'm not sure how long is this. So I will try and curl this around the tree until I run out of wire, and that would be my Christmas tree's length. This is optional. If you do not have this, it's okay. I just want to try something new instead of making the traditional Christmas tree. And anyway, you still have to add lighting outside. So now I'm going to crochet in between so that it won't drop off and it looks kind of cool. And because there's so many things involved, so I'm going to use a 4mm hook. These are 5-ply cotton yarn. So it's optional whether you want to get a white one or a green or light green or blue or whichever, silver color in fact. But I thought this would go well with this because this is so silvery white, I think. This is optional. If you do not have so many of these, you can just do without this. You just make a normal Christmas tree with the same pattern. Just a normal cotton yarn will do. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Let's start. Okay, I'm gonna start with a magic circle. I'm gonna put these two together. Make a magic circle. You're gonna curl it around your finger, turn to the back, grab the yarn and make a knot. So far so good. What do you think? I think it will look cool for a Christmas tree. I mean, this green yarn with all this white thing chucking out. See, it comes off as if like it's cotton or fake snow. Okay, In this magic circle, I am just going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. I think it's gonna be difficult to see the V shape, so which means I have to go slow. Okay, I'm gonna pull this. So far so good. Magic circle, do 3 single crochet. And now see, I have to count back and see where's my first stitch. Can't see. This is my first stitch. 1, 2, 3. Yep. You go to that first stitch and do increase. Oops. Okay, this is 1 single crochet. I can't even see my first stitch, oh gosh. Okay, go back to the same stitch and do 1 more because I'm doing increase. So 2 single crochet into the same stitch, that makes an increase. Oops. 1, 2. I'm not gonna add the lighting yet because this part is kind of narrow. Wait till I am in the next row, a more stable row, not so narrow. Then I'll start to add in the wire. Has anyone worked with this kind of yarn before? Or maybe it's meant for sewing instead of crocheting. You know, that's always a first time. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 single crochet in this row. Now row 3. Row 3. Wait, let me fold this if I can. Let me see if I can fold it inside out, because this would be the tip of your Christmas tree. Whoosh. Okay, so far I made it. So you're gonna look like this, as if, you know, as if it's coming off, because the yarn itself is like that. And now I am going to work on the front loop, if I can find the front loop. Okay, let's see. This is a V shape. This is the front loop. The other one is the back loop. So I'm just going to work on the front loop. It'll get easier as you get bigger. As of now, it's kind of narrow. Okay, you just go to the front loop and do a slip stitch. After you do a slip stitch, add your marker just to remind that this is the first stitch. After you slip stitch, you do your chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go back to the same front loop, if you can see the same front loop, sorry, where did I go? Here. This is a same front loop. Go back to the same front loop and do a slip stitch. Then you go to the next front loop. Go to the next front loop and do another slip stitch and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go back to the same front loop. Oops, is it the same? Yep. Same front loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how come this looks so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct. So I should have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just keep track because it's so difficult to see. I think I'll start adding that in the next row, because this part here, all this slip stitch and single crochet is kind of difficult to add the wire. I'm gonna add when I do the single crochet later on. So now same thing, go to the front loop and do a slip stitch. Ooch. It's not easy to work with because it has all this chucking out. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch. One, 2. Then you go to the next stitch, the next front loop. You do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch, and go to the next stitch, the next front loop, do a slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I have 6 of it. Then you go back to the same stitch, the same front loop, and do a slip stitch. I have 6 single crochet just now, so I should have 6 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. What do you think of this Christmas tree? Then I am going to go to the back and start to do single crochet all around. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see this. You know, this space area here, we did it on, okay, let me get this away. This space area, we took the front loop. So now I'm going to do single crochet on that front loop and also the back loop, if you can find it. Because just now we did only on the front loop, so now we're going to do on the front and the back. Single crochet. So since it's kind of messy looking and you might get lost, better add a marker to see where is your first stitch. Then you go to the second one here You see this front loop, the front loop here that we used. Turn this down, go to that front loop, go to that front loop and the back loop, if you can find it. If not, that it will be just the front loop. And let me see, there it is. And you do a single crochet. So there's 6 of it. We're gonna do 6 single crochet. So which means the 1, 2, now the third row. The third row you're gonna do single crochet, and you're gonna do again 1 more row of single crochet all around. It's just gonna be 6. There's no increase, and the subsequent one there'll be an increase. But this is just to show you how I'm find the stitch. Now I'm gonna add in this. Let me find the tip. Okay, there you are. There, this is the tip. So just now I did that 2 single crochet. I'm just showing you how to do the single crochet, but now I'm gonna incorporate the wire, which means, wait, where is the tip? Okay, you get the tip, you add it here. It's kind of messy, I'm not sure if you can see. The tip of the wire is here, and leave it there. You go to your front loop and the back loop. Wait, you can go to the front loop and the back loop. And you do this first, then you put the wire on top and you yarn over. Oops, let me do that again. Wait, let me do without the wire first. The front loop and the back loop. Oops, I am going to yarn over. Yarn over. Okay, where are you? Let's see. And you do a single crochet like this. Okay, you continue first. This you can pull a bit, not so much, it might come off. Okay, just leave it here like this. And as I when you crochet, make sure this goes around it. Bend this a bit so that it won't come off easily. So it's going to go spiral. This is a wire, it can go according to whatever shape you want it to. So now you go to the next loop here, this space area, go find that front loop and the back loop. Wait, let me find my back loop first. Then you do a single crochet. I think if I'm doing this with only cotton yarn, I would have completed the whole Christmas tree by now. Now I have to do slowly because I can't even see where I'm supposed to be. Okay, just look at this space area. Underneath this space area is the front loop. Then go find the back loop. I think if I do it off camera I could see it clearer. I think this is the back loop. Okay, then you yarn over and make a single crochet. So all in you should have 6 of it, because we base on this space chain space, we got 6, so we went in here, you know, to look for that front loop here, so it's easier. So you just go through inside here and eventually you will have 6. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row and show you how I'm going to do the next single crochet. Okay, I made it this far. How about you? So now just remember there should be 6 single crochet here, even though I can't see. So this is in the way, but I can't cut this off yet. This is supposed to be like inside, just let it be. So now this is the first stitch, and just make sure. Now I'm going to do single crochet all around that, you know, we already did a single crochet from the front loop and the back loop. So by right, if you're using normal cotton yarn, you would see a very nice row of single crochet. Here you can't see because of all this. It looks kind of messy, but I hope it turns out cute. It turns out gorgeous. Okay, well, never try, never know. Just bend this wire, make sure this wire goes around it when we crochet. Okay, this is the first stitch, very important. So from this stitch on, just do 1 single crochet, and don't forget to bring along the wire, this wire. Okay, 1 single crochet, just add a marker, and then go find the second one. 1 single crochet, I think this is the second one. 2, 3. While I'm doing this, I'm bringing this wire along. This wire, just bring it along. Just bend it, turn it around when I'm doing it. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Oh gosh, where is my 6? Here, I guess. Oh, okay, this is in the way, so this is the 6. Okay, once you have 6 single crochet, it should look like this. Maybe you can try with a normal cotton yarn to see how it looked like first before you try something complicated like this with all this type of yarn. Okay, keep turning this. So I've come to the first stitch, same thing. Now I am going to, if I can find it, go to the front loop. Doesn't even look like it has a front loop. Okay, let me see. This should be the front loop. Is this the front? Wait. Well, I guess it's okay. This should be the front loop. I can make it into the front loop. Okay, you go to the front loop, you do a slip stitch. Oops. You do a slip stitch and you're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I chain 5, I do not bring this along. This will only be in the middle curling part, so it will not be on all these leaves or branch. Let's see how it look like this. So it will be kind of hidden inside here. Isn't that cute? Like this. So just hope that lighting does not go one stretch. It goes like, you know, does not stay all in the same spot, I hope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go back to the same stitch, if I can find it. Okay, here you go back to the same front loop and make a slip stitch. Then you go to the next stitch. Oops, where is the next stitch? This. You go to the next stitch, you do a slip stitch, and you're gonna chain 5 again. Let's see what happens if I chain 5 with this. 1, 2. You can't. Right, it will be on the outside. Never mind, I'll just do it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch. We are now doing exactly the same as we did the earlier row, like this. The earlier row is easier to see. So you're gonna do this until you have 6 of these. I'll come back to you once I have 6 of it. Okay, let me do revision. The first row here, we did 6 of this. 6 of this chain 5 space, because we have 6 single crochet in that second row. Then we did single crochet all around again, which we have 6 single crochet as well. Then we did this space, chain 5 space again, 6 of it. And now I'm going to do increase. So every 2 row, as in this 2 row will be the same, then we're going to do increase, then the other 2 row will be the same, which means here I have 6 single crochet. Now I'm going to do increase. So every stitch that I find, like here, you're going to go to the front loop, you know, the front loop of the front loop of just now between this chain 5, and if you can find a back loop as well. If you can't, then you can just use the front loop, just the front loop, and you do 2 single crochet. So this means now every stitch you are going to do 2 single crochet. So this is 1, 2. Then how you know which is the next one? You go find this chain space. Go find that stitch between this chain space. Okay, be careful. There's this bulb there. So happen the bulb is here. Okay, let's see if I can find the stitch. Okay, I'll find it later because you see the bulb is here. Can you see the bulb? So now I have to go under or above the bulb. So now you're going to do 2 single crochet into each stitch. So you go find the stitch between this chain 5 space. You take one from here, one from the back, and you do 2 single crochet. So it's going to be increase. So you make sure this row you're going to have 12 single crochet. So after this 12 single crochet, you do 1 more row of single crochet all around, no increase. So which means you will also have 12 stitches. So now let me do this 1 row of single crochet increase first, and I'll come back and show you the second row of increase. So I mean, if you get what I mean, you can just continue until you come to the size that you want, which means 2 row no increase. Every 2 row you do an increase by doing increase in each and every row. So I'll come back to you once I've done increase in this row. I did increase, as you can see. So after this increase, I'm going to do single crochet all around. If you can find the 2 loops. Okay, just do single crochet all around. And while you're doing single crochet all around, don't forget to add your marker. Later I'll show you another Christmas tree with just plain cotton yarn so that you can see what I'm doing. So bear with me for a while. I'll show you the other version, the cotton yarn version without all this wire, so at least you have a rough idea of what's going on. Okay, I'll come back to you once I have this single crochet all around. So after this single crochet all around, again I'm gonna start with this. Okay, I'll come back and show you with normal cotton yarn. Okay, let me just show you in normal cotton yarn. I'm gonna start with a magic circle. So inside the magic circle, you're gonna do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. 3 single crochet. Then row 2, I'm going to do increase. You go to the first stitch and do 2 single crochet into that same stitch. So this is exactly what I did just now, but because you can't see from there, I'll show you one with just plain cotton yarn. So this is one increase, two increase, and three increase. And because I started with 3 single crochet, now I did increase, so this row I should have 6 single crochet. Now I'm going to go to the front loop. You see these 2 loops here, one on the back, one in front. You take the front loop here, you do a slip stitch, slip stitch on the front loop, then you do chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and you go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch. Then you go to the next stitch, also only on the front loop. You do a slip stitch and you chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and you go back to the same stitch, the very same stitch, and you slip stitch. And again you go to the front loop, this is the front loop, you slip stitch, and then you chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, you go to the front loop, the same stitch, and do slip stitch. Then you go to the next slip stitch, and then 1 2 3 4 5, you go back to that same stitch, slip stitch, and you go to the next stitch, front loop, slip stitch, 1 2 3 4 5. See, it's way faster with this yarn because I can see where I'm going. The other one I have to kind of feel my way or make a wild guess. 1 2 3 4 5, then of course I hope the other one would come out way better than a normal green tree like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you should have 6 of this. This is the first circle, the first row, the first ring. So now we go to the second ring. The second one is you see this chain stitch. Underneath this chain stitch is this stitch, the front loop that we use. So you go find the back loop as well. So the front loop and the back loop, you do a single crochet, just 1 single crochet for this second row, and you add a marker, and same thing because we did on this one, this chain 5 space. So now we go to the second chain 5 space, go to the middle there and go find that front loop. There's this front loop in between, and you go back to that back loop and you do a single crochet. So between this and this you will see a front loop. So same thing here, you open this space and you see this front loop, the earlier front loop. Then you go find the back loop, which is kind of easy to find because it's just there, the line is there, you can see. Single crochet, and you go to the next one, same thing, So that's in the front loop and the back loop. Single crochet, then you go to the next one, and the last one here. You open up this space here, you can see this stitch, and you go to the, so you take the front loop and the back loop. And you do a single crochet. So you should have 6 single crochet. So here you can nicely see there are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see this V shape here, you have 6. And this is the starting point. We're going to do single crochet all around, because just now we did single crochet from here, we take from here and here. So now we just take this both loops and just do single crochet all around. So which means you do single crochet twice. Single crochet, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's very obvious that you can see. So you have 6, and now remove this marker. You go to this front loop here, which we can't see on the other, with the other yarn. I just feel my way. Here in the front loop, you just do slip stitch and do chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we do exactly the same like what we did in the first row. We go back to the same front loop and do a slip stitch. Then we go to the next stitch here. You can see all the V shape here. You just take the front loop and do a slip stitch. You can hold this down. We will shape the tree later on, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back to the same front loop and do a slip stitch. Then we go to the next one, front loop, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go back to the same stitch and slip stitch. Then we go to the next front loop and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see how many I have. Oh, I think I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I missed one here. You see, with this I can see easily that I missed this stitch, but with the other one I just have to make a wild guess. So here, front loop, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go to the front loop, and slip stitch, and the next one same thing. 1 2 3 4 5, so which means I should have 6 of this foundation, sorry, 6 of this chain 5 space. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you should have 6 of this. 1 2 3 4 5 6. It looks like a flower petal. So first row 6, second row 6, third row you're gonna do increase. So this is the time where you remove your marker. You see in between this chain 5 there's this front loop here. We use this, and also the back loop. And we do a single crochet. So here I'm gonna add a marker. Then you go to the next space here, between this line here, the line in the middle here, that's the previous front loop, and go find the back loop. If you can't find the back loop, you can just use the front loop, it's okay. But this plain yarn, it's easier to find. Then we go to the next one. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to do increase. Sorry, let me do that again. We have 2 rows of single crochet all around. So now this time round, I'm going to do increase. Okay, so in the same space, do 1 more single crochet. And you see that 2 single crochet into this space. So in this space again, you go to this front loop, then the back loop. You do 2 single crochet. That's how we increase. So first row 6, second row 6, third will be 12, fourth will be 12. Then the fifth will be 24, and so is the sixth. So this is how we increase. You go to the back, the front loop here, then go find the back loop, together both loop. You're gonna do increase. Oops. One, 2, and same thing here. 1, 2, and this space here, go in between, go find the front loop and the back loop, and do increase. So after you have the increase, this is what I want to show you, that if it's a plain yarn, you can see this line very clearly. Can you see that? It's very clearly that even though you have stitched wrongly, you can still count whether you have 12 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So after you do this, this is the increase that we did with this space, right? Chain 5 space. So now we're going to do another row of single crochet all around. So you're going to do that every row. So after you increase, you're going to do single crochet all around. Now for this one, it's easy because it's very obvious. You can see your stitch. You just follow that line. And see, you just follow this whole thing and you won't go wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's why I say using this plain cotton yarn, I can make a Christmas tree in less than an hour. But with the other yarn, I have to feel my way. So all this, no worry. Once you're done, you can shape it around. But as for now, because in order for us to crochet, we can't see with all this in the way, so we have to pull it down. Just let it stay down so that it's easier for you to crochet. So here we have 12, which means now we go to the next stitch, still the front loop, we do slip stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then go back to the same stitch, slip stitch, go to the next stitch, only the front loop, slip stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the Christmas tree has gone bigger, the diameter has increased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which means this row I will have 12 of this. 2, 4, 5. Make sure you always go back to the same stitch. You slip stitch, then you go to the next stitch. You see, with this plain color yarn is so easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then but with plain yarn, no doubt it's easy, but it will not turn out that nice. It's just kind of plain Jane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go to the next stitch. Make sure you go to the next stitch, slip stitch before you do the chain 5. Go back to the same stitch, then the next stitch. This is very easy because it's very obvious. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back to the same stitch. Next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the next stitch, and it will look like this. So instead of 6, now you have 12. So the tree has grown. So can you see? So after this, continue with same thing. Means I'm going to do single crochet and then another row of single crochet all around, no increase. Then the following row I'm going to increase. So in case you forget, this plain one you can actually just count from here. The other one maybe I have to add a marker to know which row I'm at. So here 1, 2, these 2 same, then these 2 different. Okay, so I'll come back to you once I get the tree done and show you what's the difference between the plain tree and the other one. Okay, I've come to the height that I want, so now I'm gonna cut the yarn. And I'm just gonna tie a knot. This is easy to see, it's very neat. Whereas this, because of the two color yarn, I mean two different type of yarn, so it look kind of messy. This has the same number of rows, same number of stitches, same hook size, but because this one I have two different types of yarn, so this one become bigger and this is just this small. So this tail here, I'm gonna tie a knot with this tail, the magic ring tail inside. Just tie a loose knot and leave all this inside like this. So this is quite a cute Christmas tree. This is all green, and let me show you this one. I crochet until the very tip so that this one hides inside here, inside the tree. So when you place it on the table, you can see this box, and this is how it look like. There are three functions. You can either make it not move, not flicker, or like this. Oh, there's another one, slower. Or maybe you can buy those that are colorful. I cannot determine the bulb to be exactly at which spot I want, so it's like kind of randomly. Some was scattered here, and this part there's no bulb. Because the length between the bulb and when I crochet, this is a smaller ring, then a bigger ring, and a bigger ring, so it's kind of difficult to judge. See, so at least I have a bit of a light here and there, so it looks kind of cool. So I hope you like this pattern. This is my version of the Christmas tree. Merry Christmas to you in advance, or if you're watching now during Christmas. And do subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next post.